the eggs. Big beady eyeballs and a pair of talon legs. Crossing the road, you gotta be quick and not a doggy or a kitten. But it's the chicken, 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 chicken. It's the chicken, 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 chicken. Chicken,
Falling out of your atmosphere and letting go of the way things were. Pieces of me are still shattered. I still wonder if it mattered. Getting my feet back on the ground, 'cause things feel different when you're not around. I thought time would make things better, but you're still all I can remember. And the memories come and go, 'cause you're everything I know. And I'm trying so hard, but so far I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. Things must be easier for you, 'cause I'm stuck here while you're somewhere new. I think of you less and less now, but I still can't figure out how. All this time has passed since you left, but somehow I struggle to forget all the places we were happy. Now they only make me empty. All the memories come and go, 'cause you're everything I know. And I'm trying so hard, but so far I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go.
There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Whew. It's already been a day. Oh, boy. Hello again. My name is James Schofield, and we are going to be playing some Baldur's Gate 3. For those who missed the last stream, oh, it was not a good time. E'oween Canton, or E'oween Canton, and his party, yeah, they wiped at the freaking boat on the way to the forge. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're going to start again. Because that's what we do. So we're hoping 4th time's the charm here for Baldur's Gate. I basically just sped through creating my character. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So I sped through creating my character. I've been trying to speed through as much of the initial grove and everything as possible. So I'm hoping that gets done. But I basically just recreated E'oween Canton. I didn't do all the fun looks and everything like that. Because I was like, you know what? Screw it. Randomize. But I've still kept him as a fighter. He's at level 2 now, so when he gets to the point where he can pick his subclass, I will still make him an Eldritch Knight. So I'm going to try to keep it as close in tune to the last playthrough as possible, because honestly, that boat, I got so frustrated. So I wanted to do the same kind of playthrough again, you know? And, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do. So that's what we're doing tonight. I've already started Act 1 over again. So if you're joining me from one of the previous streams, no, I did not go back to the Grove and all this stuff. I had to restart because I made a stupid mistake. And again, hindsight, 2020. In hindsight, I should have just said screw it and cast Sanctuary on Shadowheart, and I could have just kept reviving, because I had a ton of scrolls of Revivify. I could have just kept reviving Astarion, because Astarion as his bonus action could just do another, dagger strike. And I could have just done that and hoped for the best. To be honest. But, hindsight's 2020, right? But either way, we're starting over again with E'oween Canton. Or E'oween Canton. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak tonight. It's been a hard day, folks. But we're doing E'oween Canton. Still have the same party. I mean, fortunately, I gotta get Karlach, though, because I have to romance Karlach again. At least I hope I can. Because, oh my gosh, I think, and again, I keep saying this about this game, this is how amazing this game is. Every other game I've ever played, yeah, there's romances and all that. So it's always fun. It's like a fun side quest kind of thing to do. In this game, though, I'm so invested. I'm gonna say this. She's never gonna see this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Samantha Bayard, I have the largest crush on you now. Not only because, I mean, don't get me wrong, in real life you were absolutely gorgeous. I really do think you're gorgeous. But your voice is just magical to me, and just the romance with Karlach. I mean, it gave me honestly just the biggest crush on you because of that voice. And just because of Karlach as a character, because don't get me wrong, I mean, Karlach physically, in the game, she's my type. She's, tall, she's not the standard, form of beauty, I guess you could say. She's tall, she's, big framed, she's curvy. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's curvy, So she's my type, in real life. But, overall, just the way that they wrote these romances in this game. I mean, I know it's a joke that they say, oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is a dating sim with a lot of other steps. But honestly, you know, a lot of times jokes have a hint of truth. And the way that they flesh out these romances, I mean, again, I've never played a game in my entire life where I was so invested in the actual romance of it. Like in Skyrim, I was like, oh, great. I thought of it, oh yeah, every once in a while you make me a pie. Cool. Like, I didn't think anything of it. You know, even in, like, when I'm playing D&D, you know, there's been romances here and there, and there's been, like, little flirtations. And they're fun, and, you know, I do get invested in my character, but, like, again, with this game, just there's something about it, like, I'm so invested in the romances of these characters. I'm saying it to 0 people right now, but who knows? Maybe somebody will watch it at some point. But I mean, just, I mean, to Samantha's credit, and honestly to all of the voice actors' credits, because I've, at this point, and I'm sorry, Will, Theo, I'm so sorry. I was romancing you in my last honor mode, and I lost. So I haven't been able to complete that romance arc yet. So hopefully soon I'll be able to do that. I might do that just, honestly, maybe I'll just do it as Origin, as Karlach, and just romance Will and Karlach, because I think that would be beautiful. But anyways, pretty much everybody else I've romanced in some playthrough or another. Because at this point, I don't even know how many hours I'm at, but before I started my honor mode runs, I was at 600 hours of playing Baldur's Gate 3. So I played a few playthroughs, I played some different characters, played with people, played without people, you know, done a little bit of everything. So I've done pretty much all the romances, but honestly, Will, I didn't really do the romances with Will, mostly because I never, like, incorporated him into my parties ever, like, legitimately. Just because I've always had some sort of, like, magic user that can do, because again, I love Will, and honestly, his Eldritch Blast, I mean, that comes in clutch, like, in the beginning of the game, because cantrips are, like, key, if you have a powerful cantrip. But beyond that, like, once you get to, like, level 4 or 5, all that good stuff, the AoE that you get from, like, wizards or sorcerers who can, like, spend sorcery points to sculpt their spells, sorry, like, Warlock, it's, your AoE hits everybody else, you know. So either way, I tried in the previous one with Grugen Shattershield, which you can watch here on YouTube. Yeah, I tried to romance Will, and it was going well. At least I can say I don't know, maybe won that aspect of the game at that time. But, you know, either way, it's all good. It's all good. Honestly, the paranoia in me is making me want to take a really quick listen, so I'm going to do that. So give me 1 second. All right, we listen back. It's all good. So we're going to continue this for anybody who's watching after the fact, because, again, I don't see anybody actually watching. Anybody's watching after the fact. We are starting over with E'oween Canton. He does not have the same look about him. It's similar, but it's not the same, because I just randomized it. Because at this point, I'm like, I'm on the 4th run. I'm like, I'm getting tired, folks. I'm getting tired, y'all. You know, it is what it is, though. I'm just replying to a friend. So the other thing that I'm doing is I've put out the call kind of on my Facebook. I was like, hey, yo, I've got the D&D itch again. I need to play again. And so I put out the call because I'm a forever DM. I love DMing. Like, I love the chaos of it. I love making up player or NPCs. I love, players throwing me curveballs. I love all that, right? I'm really into that. So that's the next thing that I'm going to be doing. So I put out the call to Facebook for any players. And apparently I might have 2 so far. So that's nice. I'm going to have 2 players already geared up and ready to go. A friend of mine, I'll say her name is Clementine. She played a little bit with me, did some open world, like truly like open source world building. I started creating a world called ANTHRO, which had, starting to weave kind of different stories and kind of weaving D&D into it, obviously. Like I had Genasi in there and all that good stuff. But it was so great. Like, all my players ended up, a lot of them took on the race that I created, was the Nepotunans, and I had like subclasses or sub races of those Nepotunans, and they each took on a different aspect of it, which was pretty cool. But Clementine was one of them, and so it was kind of fun playing with her because like she's played D&D, but like not a lot. I've DM'd for a couple of years now, but for the most part, I'm like a very rule of cool kind of guy, so it's kind of easy to ease in. Not to chew my own horn, but it's kind of easy to nice to ease into my D&D sessions that I do, because again, I'm rule of cool. Like, I'm all about figuring out, weaving the story more than anything. Like, the rules help guide me, but they don't define the actual game, because at the end of the day, if the story dictates it, like, if you're doing like some super awesome move, if I can like come up with a mechanic within the D&D rules that'll work, I'm gonna do it, and I'll probably give you inspiration for you being so creative, because I love the story. But anyway, Clementine might come on and watch the live stream tonight, and I hope she does. Or they. I think their pronouns are they, them. Well, Clementine, if you come on, you can clarify for me. I'm gonna message. I'm gonna message first. Because my thing is I'm an anthropologist, so like my whole goal in life is try to understand people. Like, that's literally my calling and why I study anthropology in general. And like, still, genders are still like new-ish to me, because don't get me wrong, I'm 38. I'm a little bit older at this point, but like multiple genders are kind of new-ish to me. I've known about they, them for a while, but for the most part, like, I never really studied them. And now there's other different aspects that come into it, so I'm trying to understand it. So I can't remember, because Clementine picked I'm gonna use they, them just for now, because I don't know their pronouns right now off the top of my head, and I want to be respectful, so I'm just sharing story time. So like, I still don't quite understand all the nuances of the gender identities and when to use. Like, there's some people, like I think Samantha Bayard, for instance, who is the voice of Karlak, I think their pronouns are like she, they. So meaning like they don't quite identify with a specific gender, but they're okay, I guess, if you use like the she pronoun. Again, I'm not sure, so it's like I'm still trying to understand all of it and the nuances. So again, with Clementine had changed their name at some point, to the name they identify as. So again, I'm not sure if that's just an aspect of their identity in general, or if that's kind of a extension of them identifying with a different gender. So again, I had said she, so this is really long-winded, but again, it's because I want to be respectful. Sorry, I'm just messaging them. So I'm trying to be respectful to make sure that, as I'm telling their story, that I'm being respectful of their story as well. It's the anthropologist in me. I'm sorry. I lost a viewer already due to me going on that tangent. But, again, it's just, as an anthropologist, like our life, and honestly, like, sorry, this is going to be a very revealing live stream, I guess. Both as an anthropologist and as a Christian, as a converted Christian of all things too. I live my life by, there's my favorite verse in the entire Bible. My favorite verse, Proverbs 4:7, and it goes something along the lines like it's my own little like mismatch of translations, but it's basically in essence is the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Man, sound advice. Yeah, to get wisdom you have to, or to get wisdom is you have to go seek it, right? But at the end it says, and with all thy getting, get wisdom. Or get understanding. Sorry, get understanding. So it's the beginning of wisdom is this, get wisdom. So the beginning of wisdom is just, yeah, go get it. And then it says, and with all thy getting, get understanding. And I've been trying to live my life like that. And it's crazy, like the way that my life has kind of intertwined itself. Because at first I had gone to school for IT. I was going for computer information systems. But I had to take some random, like, either humanities course, sciences course. I can't remember exactly what the requirement was. But I took an anthropology class to fulfill that. And there's a professor there, Professor Monroe, Professor Lon Monroe. You know what? I'm going to call you out. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do it. You're going to be on social media now. For anybody who does watch this, if it does end up getting shared, who knows? But Lon Monroe at Oakland Community College, I will say, ruined my life. And I actually emailed him as such. I said, bro, you ruined my life. And here's why. I took his anthropology course, and I got so fascinated by anthropology, I dropped my computer information systems degree, which thankfully I was at community college. The credits were a lot cheaper. I switched my minor completely, and I ended up going to Oakland University instead. So I went for a bachelor instead of an associate's, and I switched my major to anthropology. So Lon Monroe at Oakland Oakland Community College, particularly the Royal Oak campus is where I went. Lon Monroe, you changed my life. I know I've already emailed you for this, but again, this is years later. I think it's been 4 years. Has it been 4 years? Yeah, about 4 years since I've got my degree from Oakland University. So you changed my life. You turned me into an anthropologist. Even on this live stream, it's on my channel that does, I was doing like political commentary. I've switched it to a different channel, but I'm doing it from an anthropological perspective. And two things that I came from is anytime anybody asks me about anthropology, I give them your definition, Lon. And your definition is this. And it's the most beautiful definition of anthropology that I've ever heard. It's anthropology is the study of humans in all time and space. Love that definition. And then two, another thing I got from you that I carry on is, as an anthropologist, we have to get comfortable in the uncomfortable. And I remember the story that you told. It was for your dissertation, actually, for your PhD. And you were telling a story about how your dissertation, you were doing a study on, I can't remember off the top of my head, I cannot remember the religion, but it was almost like a combination of like Santeria and Voodoo. And it was in Cuba. And you were talking about how you were studying that religion. And so you went down there and you're visiting. And you are, I can't remember if you were a vegan or a vegetarian. I think you were a vegetarian. A vegetarian who never smoked. And there's a ritual, though, in this, what is it? I want to look it up so bad. I'm not going to do it, though, because I'm on a live stream. Let's keep the story rolling. But you were talking about the story about how there was a ritual. I think they sacrificed, it was either a goat or a lamb. And then you have to, as part of the ritual, consume the sacrificed animal while they're passing around this tobacco, like, peace pipe. And again, you're a non-smoker and you're a vegetarian. But again, as an anthropologist, your whole point is to fully, as a participant observer, that's what we call ourselves. We engage in participant observation. And you have to partake. So you did. Again, getting comfortable and then uncomfortable, because after the fact, when you went back to the hostel that you were staying at, we're on the live stream, whatever, it's fine. You ended up having to vomit it out, because again, you don't eat animals. You're a vegetarian, so it made you sick. But you did it anyway because you're an anthropologist, and that story has carried me. And if it wasn't for that story, I wouldn't be the anthropologist, at least the aspiring anthropologist I am today. So if anybody ever knows Alon Monroe, who may teach at Oakland Community College, feel free to share this with him so he can know that he at least touched one older student's life, because I was an older student. So anyway, I'm in a very sharing mood tonight, so you might hear some more stories while we go along. Especially since I had to restart my freaking honor mode for the 4th time, folks. The 4th time. But if you are watching, definitely say hi in the chat. I've got the chat open over here next to me, so that way we can talk. Honestly, don't get me wrong. I want to eventually start making money from doing everything that I'm doing with all my creations. Nowadays, like the live stream, the different commentaries that I'm doing, the videography that I do, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I want that to be my job. But at the end of the day, these live streams, like me playing Baldur's Gate 3 in honor mode, I'm going to be playing honor mode anyway. But I figure, why not just do it with some friends? Friends who I have not met yet. So if you are watching and you're in the live stream, don't be shy. Say hi. I've got the chat open. I definitely want to talk to you. The chat obviously will come up on the actual live stream itself, but it'll come up in the direct chat. So I'm going to be replying directly to you as I'm looking down. So when you see me looking down, it's literally me looking at my other screen right now. So I can talk to you. Because that's why I do these things. I do them obviously because I want to play the game. And I want to beat auto mode. I still have never gotten the gold dice. I'm on the 4th try now, and I want to get those gold dice. But in the end, the only reason why I choose to set all this up, because I've got my camera, obviously. I've got my mic that I bring. I've got I've got a couple lights to make sure I can do this green screen thing, because I'm one of those people, if I'm going to try to do something, I want to do it right. I've got cables everywhere. I am streaming my game over to my TV via Wi-Fi. I'm doing this whole thing. I don't need to do that if I just want to play the game. So I'm just doing it because I want to be able to talk to y'all. So if you are watching, say hi in the chat. Let's have a conversation. Let's hang out. Let's do other stuff. Okay, I got the, so Clementine goes by she, they. So I was almost completely right. She goes by she, but she also goes by they. So I did it. Honestly, that literally does bring me joy. Everybody, I literally just I was on a little Facebook debate, because that's another thing that I do. I do Facebook debates and such. And there was one thing posting about how basically if your pastor is pro-abortion, he's not your real pastor, and go seek another. It was a Texas thing. But I felt I had to reply. I said, hey, I just want to clarify that, not all pastors are pro-abortion. They might be pro-choice. And then I gave my justification for that. I said, I'm not going to get too much into all the nitty-gritty, but I basically, quoted, Jesus saying, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and talking about how women's rights are part of the secular government, and we should not allow our faith to dictate that and try to make that be the reason for restricting that. But yeah, it became a whole thing. But yeah, somebody actually brought that up, being like, well, how many genders are there? And it's like, first of all, they were using that as a way to like kind of try to discredit everything that I feel Christianity wise, because full disclosure, I am a converted Christian. Part of my anthropology is I started to study Christianity and I got converted. Go figure. But point is you know, I knew what they were doing. They were trying to bait me into me talking about if there's more than two genders, then obviously I'm not a Christian, blah, blah, blah. Like, I knew what their argument was going to be. You know, because again, in a debate, it's chess, right? It's really chess. You're trying to think how many moves ahead that you have to get. And really the only way to win chess is to be at least one move ahead of your opponent, and the same is with debate. So you have to counter their debate, or you have to counter their claim, or counter their argument of your argument, you know, because they're going to make a counterclaim. So you have to anticipate whatever your claim is going to be, what their counterclaim is going to be, right? And I already knew when he said how many genders. I already knew that if I had said anything more than two, or that, you know, somebody else can identify as it, I already knew they were going to use that to try to disarm me as a Christian in general. So I decided, hey, I'm going to take the high road on this, because we were talking about abortion, right? And I said, that has no bearing on this, you know, particular issue. And I said, hey, you know, if you're happy to debate gender, and I said, I don't debate you from an anthropological perspective, because again, I'm an anthropologist. You know, I've had to study, I have had it, again, I'm still trying to understand gender in general, but I've had to study gender a little bit, particularly because my ethnology that I had to study as part of like my capstone to finish up my anthropology degree was on Native Americans, you know, so or First Peoples or First Nations, depending on how you want to call them. Jessica, hello. Finally made it in. Hello. Wait, are you the person also known as Clementine? Yep, there we go. I love it. I'm going to rewrite some Neil Diamond. Sweet Clementine. Watching me never felt so good. But yeah, so, sorry, I was in a big, like, I went on kind of a religion tangent. But yeah, so to kind of close it out, basically, the whole point was, like, you know, I basically invited him. I said, hey, like, look, that has no bearing on what we're talking about, because gender has nothing to do with abortion, in my opinion, in this whole debate. So I said, it has nothing to do with abortion. I said, if you want to debate gender, I'm happy to do so from an anthropological perspective, because, again, oh, right, we'll go back to it. I lost my train of thought. ADHD kicked in. I am so sorry, folks. Back to it. So, talking about how gender, like, I had to kind of study it a little bit as well, because part of my ethnology was on First Nations or First Peoples of North America. And, well, many tribes within the First Peoples had what they called spirit people. Sorry, this is going to be... You know what? This is supposed to be a live stream of Baldur's Gate. We're going to play Baldur's Gate, I promise you. But this is becoming now an anthropology lecture. So you're going to have to deal with it, because it's my live stream. But point is, many tribes had what they called two spirit people. And it's a beautiful kind of story among these tribes, because they were often revered, and even almost at the status of, I wouldn't say like a medicine man, but, you know, kind of like a shaman, or like almost like at that kind of almost like reverence and level. And these true spirit people, they held that, like, let's say a two spirit person was born a male, right? But they identify with feminine ways. And again, with Native culture, it was, you know, feminine and masculine, you know, similar to what Europeans would see, but there was a blurring of it, you know, and there was a more acceptance of somebody who's born male having feminine tendencies or feminine desires or feminine, you know, more feminine ideologies in a way. And I love that because it's like those were considered two-spirit people, but they were born, you know, as a man, but they held the spirit of a woman. So they had two spirits within them. And some of them, you know, throughout their lives as well, they recognized that those people could fluctuate between having a masculine view and a feminine view, or, you know, having a masculine role or a feminine role within, you know, a dynamic, right? And that's so amazing that, like, you know, the Europeans, who were supposed to be beacons of society, come in and take away these, the lands of the savages. You know, according to the Europeans, they consider them barbarians or savages. But these people who were here and won with this land that we've stolen, you know, here in America, like, I mean, come on. Again, let's not sugarcoat. We're not sugarcoating this live stream. We're going uncensored, folks. We, you know, as Europeans, not my ancestors because they weren't here, but, you know, in general, the European ancestors came in and they stole land from the savages and tried to bring these beacons of civilization to America. And yet these savages were more progressive than people now. You know, they had views that were truly tolerable of everybody. And it's just ridiculous that we live in a society nowadays, and I'm sorry, this is going to bleed into the other political stuff that I do, but, you know, now we're in a society that is just, it's so ridiculously close-minded and so ridiculously just backwards compared to the nation's ancestors that we stole the land from, you know? And it just, it still baffles me that we live in a nation like that. And anybody who's watching, if you want to talk, feel free to chat, because I'm looking at the stuff. Thank you. Okay, Clementine. So I'm sorry. Do you want me to refer to you as the username on your YouTube, or do you want me to just call you by your given name, or not given name, your chosen name? I want to be respectful. But while I wait for that reply, again, I'm just gonna say, like, this live stream is gonna be, it's gonna be a lecture live stream. I'm sorry. That's how we're gonna live our life tonight. But again, I just feel like as a nation, like, we're so backwards from the people that we kind of took this land from in terms of how we identify things. Because again, me, you know, I'm a converted Christian, straight, cisgender, male, man. My daughter, my oldest daughter, has come out to me as omnisexual. When she came out to me like that, and again, I'm only sharing this precursor. Sorry, I should probably have done this before. She has no problem with me sharing that. I've actually asked her if that's okay, because again, I respect her, you know, but she has no problem with that. She's fully aware of her identity. She's fully embraced it, and she's fully open to everybody knowing it. But Clementine is good. Jessica is used for the government, and that's the email that's linked to this. Okay, perfect. I'll call you Clementine, or if it's cool, I want to be cute and just call you Clem, because it's short, and short makes it cute. I don't know. You're cute. I'll just say you're cute. But point is, so back to it. Like, my daughter, again, she's perfectly fine with me sharing her stories. She came out to me as omnisexual, and even when she came out to me as omnisexual, I had no idea what omnisexual was, because I grew up, you know, I'm 38. I did not grow up in a ton of the acceptance that, like, my daughter is growing up in, right? So I knew of, let's see, heterosexual, which obviously, homosexual, which I knew, bisexual, which was okay both, And then I didn't know about pansexual, where it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't, it's a little more open than bisexual. It's like they don't really identify the gender. Okay, perfect. Yes, you are. You're short and cute. I agree. But yeah, so like, I started to study all that, and then omnisexual, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what that means, so I gotta look it up. Like, I'll admit, I'm gonna look it up. And I'm like, okay, so it's similar to pansexual. It's like, yeah, you're open to all genders, but like pan is like they don't identify the gender. I guess it's just their pan, like where it's like gender doesn't have a meaning to them in their sexual preference. Whereas omnisexual, they identify the gender, so they still recognize that, hey, I'm attracted to, somebody who's a they them, who's gender fluid, or somebody who is a cisgender man. They identify it a little bit more closely. I'm still trying to understand all of it. And again, with pronouns too, like I'm still working all the intricacies. And I always make sure to preface it. Like, Clem, I told you, like, that's why I messaged you on Facebook, because I was sharing a story about our D&D adventure earlier. I was talking about D&D and how I like to DM and how I was doing creating a brand new world. And so I was mentioning you, and I'd said she, but I was like, wait a minute. I can't remember if she goes by she or... Because I remember, I think, when they adopted a new name, that they had a different pronoun. So I had that's why I reached out to you, because I wanted to clarify. And I was actually, I guess, my mind was piecing it together. It remembered, but didn't quite, that you go by she, them, because I was referring to you as she and they. So, like, I was already kind of doing it instinctually. So I'm glad I did that. But that was part of that's why I've been going on this tangent about gender and sexuality and stuff, is because of all that, is where it's, it's just one of the things that's honestly backwards in America right now, I feel. And again, from an anthropological perspective, it's difficult. Yeah, and that's my thing, like, so, like, I'm just going to repeat, just because, again, I don't know how good the actual chat looks in the stream itself, because it's very small right now, because I'm using a tiny, like, 14-inch screen for my OBS, so I can't see the actual overlay. But, so I'll read it back. So it says, as a queer person, I still don't know what my sexuality is. It's okay to not fully understand. And yeah, and that's why, like, going back to one of the Facebook things where they try to reply to me to, like, try to discredit me as a Christian, they asked how many genders are there. I didn't engage with it for a multitude of reasons, but one reason, too, is it's, sexuality and gender. Okay, so when it comes to actual sex, and I mean biological sex, like what you are, yeah, male and female, that's done, settled. You're either male or female, or there are some rare cases where you're intersex, where you might have either both organs or you might have some sort of chromosomal difference. So there are intersex. So there's actually, in a way, you could say three sexes. We don't have a binary sex, even as people try to say we do. We have a trinary sex system. The point is, like, I knew all that. Like, I got that. But then when you go to, like, gender and sexuality, which are, again, two different things, that's all dealing with not just biology, but also, obviously, gender itself. I keep telling people, gender, I don't want to discredit the identity of gender, but at the same time, I also want to make it clear that gender and the way that we perceive gender, overall, it's a social construct, right? So there's a social construct. It's what Harari, who did why am I forgetting the book? I remember his name. I think it's like Just Us. Oh, Sapiens. Sorry, Sapiens. There we go. I remembered his book. Harari wrote Sapiens. So he likes to coin the term shared imagination. So gender itself, it's a shared imagination. It's what we all agree is feminine or masculine or genderless or anything like that, right? Or it's what we all perceive as that mentality. So it's a shared imagination. It doesn't actually exist in biology. However, that shared imagination or even that personal identity that you identify as with a gender, it does actually, though, interact with your biology. So it's very important that we have that distinction, I think. Oh, hold on. With how diverse the combination of chromosomes for intersex, I don't think there's a set amount of sexes. Yeah, and again, like, that's only going with my very minor, like, as an anthropologist, we touch very lightly on biology. So we don't, especially with me, because my focus is cultural anthropology. I'm not a physical anthropologist. I'm a cultural anthropologist. Now, at this point, I'm a public anthropologist, which advocates on public policy and such. But yeah, I'm sure there are more sexes. I'm just saying, from my understanding, I understand 3 sexes, and I'm fine with the third sex being intersex, being infinitely more diverse than I'm making it to be. Like, I completely understand that. It's just that's where my brain's understanding goes, is that there's 3. You know what I mean? That's my understanding of it. But when we get to the point of like gender and stuff, that's a little more within my realm of understanding, and that goes to the point where gender is really, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a hot topic, because a shared imagination can also be contributed to a worldview, which is very kind of near and dear to our hearts, right? Like our worldview, like the way we perceive the world around us, that's at the heart of who we are, right? So gender identity, gender in general, like the way we perceive gender, goes towards that worldview. So that perception of the world around us. So it's all very personal. So I think the issue is whereas people like, and Clem, do you mind if I use you as an example? It's not going to be harsh, I promise. It's going to be a completely like legit like comparison of what's happening in my understanding. Do you mind? I'm not going to use you as an example if I can't. This live stream is not going the way I was going to use. Okay, thank you, Clem. I completely appreciate that. So the way that I perceive it, right? So you go by, first of all, you've changed your name to what you feel is a name that more identifies with you. So you chose Clementine. So that's your chosen name. And you also go by the pronouns of she or they. So you go by something outside of what normal I'm sorry, I gotta use quotes, what normal society would perceive you as, right? So from an anthropological perspective, though, the reason why, let's say, we have so much legislation, I'm gonna go government on this. So you know how, for instance, Trump is trying to, I mean, he already did it successfully, getting rid of transgender people in the military. I mean, we have a freaking hero who is being dead named. I don't know if you read that article. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, because again, I was planning on just live streaming Baldur's Gate, but we're going political with this tonight. But I can't remember her name, but she was I think she was Air Force. Or that could just be the bias in me, because my family is typically Air Force. But yeah, she got dead named. Because she was a trans woman, and she got freaking dead named by the government. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I'm sorry. And my thing is, okay, again, I'm a Christian, so I understand where some of the views come from in terms of like trans people. I can understand it. I don't agree with it. Full disclosure, I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. But to dead name people, and to like, for what they're doing now too is trying to deny pensions to trans people who were in the military. I'm sorry, I don't care where you're at on the whole trans debate, which, again, to me as an anthropologist, I don't feel it's a debate. It should not be a debate. Point is, even if you don't agree with trans people existing, those people signed up to potentially die for me and for everybody else in this country, to protect our freedoms, to protect our rights, to protect our way of life. I don't care. You could identify as freaking an alien for all I care. If you signed up to defend my right to say what I'm doing right now, to say what I'm saying, to do what I've done, to do protests if I want, to do anything that I want in this country, if you are willing to die for that for me, because I'm not over there to do that, to die for that, you're literally giving up your life so that I might get more comfort in my life. I don't care who you identify as. Whatever you identify as, that's what's going on your plaque. Okay? That's just, it's ridiculous. First of all, I'm sorry. That's a non-negotiable. Like, don't dead name somebody who signed up to literally serve their nation. And don't deny pensions to people just because they don't identify with who you agree with. Like, no, not right. Sorry, back to the point. As I get dried mouth from my rant. But my point is, when it comes to gender, again, I think the reason why we have such an issue with it is because, okay, trying to explain it to where both sides understand it, right? So, again, gender identity is very crucial to our own personal self-identity, right? And part of that, though, is our understanding of gender. So us having an understanding of gender is also crucial to our identity. So we know in our souls, like me, for instance, I'll use myself as an example as well. And Clem, I'll get to you. I use myself as an example. I know in my bones that I am a man. I identify with all those masculine kind of tendencies. And yes, I do know that I have also feminine tendencies, and I'm in touch with those because we're human. We're complicated beings. You know, I'm more sensitive than a masculine identifying person would be. I cry a lot more. I cried today, actually, and all these things. But at the end of the day, I know in my bones that I identify as what a man is perceived to be, right? But at the end of the day, again, I have that in my bones because that's also been ingrained into me over society's teachings of what a man is and what a man stands for and all these things. But, again, that's a difference than how men were perceived over history. I mean, again, we make jokes. A lot of people, when they're going against, you know, I'll see comedians bring this up, going against Trump and everybody going against trans people. Like, you know, you're against trans people. Like, dude, the founding fathers wore freaking wigs and dresses and pantaloons. That, you know, they make that joke, but I'm like, yeah, okay, that was a man back then. Like, men legit wear wigs. There was a time when men, yeah, they did. They didn't wear slacks. They wore dresses. That was just normal in America for years. So, again, like, the issue, though, the dichotomy, and I think the tension that's happening, though, is because we identify so close with our own personal gender identity, we project that onto our worldview of gender, right? So when somebody comes out as, like, Clem, I'll use you as an example, you come out as a she, they, me, let's say I'm stereotypical. I'm going to go stereotypical. Let's say I'm stereotypical on my gender identity, that I identify so closely as a man. I understand that masculine and feminine are two very separate things. You identify as a she, they, that makes me feel attacked, right? Not me personally, but I'm saying, like, as an example, if I was the stereotypical version of that. I don't know how I can clarify it any easier. Again, it's a live stream. I didn't plan this. but I'm gonna feel attacked because you have that they pronoun, that you identify as somebody who might be gender fluid or genderless or anything along those lines, that attacks my personal gender identity, because as a man, I identify and I know the difference between a man and a woman. And yeah, I might identify other genders exist, but for me, I know that there's two distinct genders, right? So that, I know that that's where a lot of the tension comes from. You know, from an anthropological perspective, that's where a lot of that tension comes from. And it sucks, but I just wanted to call it out. That's where a lot of where our arguments come from. It's not necessarily that somebody doesn't accept that other dang it, man. Sorry, my mouth. But it doesn't stem from where we necessarily don't accept that other genders exist. It's where people are so, because let's be real, since COVID effed up a lot of stuff, and that includes our own personal identities. So since COVID, a lot of this is very raw and very fragile, because we had a lot of exploring that we had to do. I mean, we weren't when you don't interact with people as much, what you tend to do, you internalize and you start to, you know, figure out, you almost have an inner dialogue with yourself and you try to figure things out. So it's like, we're coming from that where, you know, people started to realize, okay, and it was okay for them to start exploring what they may have identified as, but didn't want to show it to the world. Because again, the world now is closed off. So now I can feel free to explore it without risk of somebody else seeing or risk of somebody else judging. And I can figure out who I really am before I bring it to the world. Because I feel like before then, there was always that stigma that was kind of driven, right? That society's not going to accept you, that you're going to have to defend yourself, and are you really going to be ready? And things like that. And there was even like sitcoms where people would get outed, you know, whether they're, you know, gay or identify a different way. There was all these comedies about people getting outed, you know, literally coming out of the closet, right? And, you know, it was a joke and all that stuff, but that was a real fear, right? But during COVID, it's like, okay, we can start to explore this, because where are we going? Oh no, my controller turned off. I've been talking so much. Yeah, so Clem says, yeah, I see it. I don't argue my identity with anyone these days. If they see me as a girly girl, it doesn't matter to me. My identity isn't threatened by others' perceptions. So I just vibe. That's great. I mean, that honestly, that's a really cool mentality. And I wish that everybody kind of had that kind of just go with it mentality, because like for me, again, I'm going to screw up. I do all the time. You know, there's been people that, because I'm the type of person, like, if you look like a girl to me, I'm going to think of you as a she, right? I'm just that weird girl to most, and that's fine. Yeah, that's what Clem says. Yeah, so it's like, if I see somebody who, you know, has girlish figure or girlish tendencies or anything, I'm going to say she instinctively, right? It's still an instinct.
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
So I still have the instinct, but the point is in this day and age, I think a lot of people like that are trans or maybe gender fluid or genderless, or, you know, however they identify. I think a lot of them do kind of think of the world like you do, where it's like, hey, it at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But I think what the issue is the people who are like, oh, well, I don't know what that means, blah, blah, blah. You know, those kind of people who just kind of disregard it. Like, if I screw up and I refer, like, if for whatever reason, like, Clem, I wouldn't actually do this because I understand your pronouns now, and even before I already had the inkling. But if I had said, hey, you know, Clem, man, he came over. Like, if you had come up to me and said, hey, like, I know I identify as they, but, like, don't lean enough towards the masculine tendencies to identify as a he. I feel like, Clem, that you would do that. You would be like, hey, I don't identify as that particular gender. You know, I just want to let you know. You know what I mean? And I feel like most people who either are trans or are gender fluid or are non-binary or, you know, have any sort of gender outside of what somebody would stereotypically perceive them as, I feel like a lot of them have that kind of thought. At least the people that I've come across, so I feel like at the end of the day, why does this have to be such an issue is my main thing. Is I think at the end of the day, it should just be all about understanding, right? It's okay if somebody screws up. And I always go by the philosophy, like, it's okay if somebody's ignorant. It's not okay if they're stupid. And the reason why I say that, and those are both dirty words, but somebody can be ignorant. And if you're ignorant, that's not a bad thing. It just means that you didn't know enough to know something, right? But where I perceive somebody as being quote unquote stupid, it means that they had the information and still did something different, right? So my thing is I can be ignorant of somebody's gender, and that's okay, because hey, if they tell me, hey, you know what, that's not what I identify as, you know, if I identify as somebody as a she, you know, she, her, and like, hey, I'm sorry, I identify as a he, they, actually, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, like, honestly, I should have thought that you were a metalhead with the long hair. That's a bad joke, but point is, you know, if I made a mistake, it's okay, because mistakes are going to happen, especially when we talk about gender, because gender is, oh, okay, so Clem says, I'd probably laugh and say thank you if somebody said he to me. So there you go. It's like, so my thing is like, at the end of the day, people are going to make mistakes. We all do. It doesn't matter. I mean, even before this whole big gender debate crap happened, there were times like Glee. I really did like how Glee kind of called this out. Let's see if I have more water. As awful as a lot of the behind the scenes is with Glee, there were a lot of good messages in the actual story of it. And one of the things was like, what was her name? The coach, the female coach, in Glee. I can't remember her name. They gave her a masculine name just to even kind of draw more that she was this burly girl. But it's like, there was like, even that episode was just like, no, just because I'm like that doesn't mean I don't want to be pretty and blah, blah, blah. Like, she wanted to dress up and wear, you know, get makeup on and everything like that. And I can't remember who helped her with it. But somebody helped her with it and all that stuff. But it's been such a long time since I watched Glee, but I remember the essence of the story. And you know, talking about that, like, even that, you know, that whole thing even talks about gender. Like, hey, this is somebody that everybody keeps talking to like a man and everything like that. She's a girl. Like, just because she's into sports and into working out and into, you know, heavy duty stuff doesn't mean that she's not a girl, right? And so they even went with that. They went the other way. And another one of my favorite ones was the Orville. If anybody ever watches that some people have said that that's like the essence of like a Star Trek sequel, like a Star Trek series, and it really is. Like, you can tell. I mean, Seth MacFarlane. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to play Baldur's Gate tonight, but I'm going on such a tangent. I'm so sorry, folks. But point is, Star Trek. I'm a big Trekkie as well. When the Orville came out and I watched that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this really was a love story to Star Trek. It was very similar. I mean, it started out, and you know, Seth MacFarlane, he's a genius. The way he's been weaving in a lot of the social issues too, though. Like, he did it great with Family Guy as well. I always tell people I like Family Guy because he offended everyone, including me. He found a way to, you know, offend even like cisgender Irish white man. And I love that about Seth MacFarlane. He's literally the epitome of non-discriminatory offensiveness. Love him. Oh, your cat fell asleep on you? Well, that just means that you're stuck streaming with me, buddy. But yeah, but anyway, he did the Orville, and there was a So it started off as just like a comedy, but still, like, it was very like Galaxy Quest-ish. Like Galaxy Quest really, like, I love the story about Patrick Stewart, and they showed Patrick Stewart finally watched it because he was like, "Oh, they're making fun of Star Trek, blah blah." And he watched it, he's like, "Oh my gosh, like this is amazing! Like it's amazing," and it really is. Like Galaxy Quest was a love story to Star Trek. As ridiculous as the whole movie was, it was truly a love story to Star Trek, and so is the Orville. Like Seth MacFarlane, you can tell, like right down to the point where I remember the story of Seth MacFarlane. Sorry, we're going on a YouTube tangent tonight. Welcome to my live stream of James Schofield, the ADHD rabbit. But Seth MacFarlane, basically he wanted for the Orville a full orchestra to do the soundtrack, right? And Fox was like, "Oh no, we're gonna do," Fox being Fox, we all know Fox. Fox was like, "Oh no, we'll just do synthesizer, blah blah." And Seth's like, "No, you don't understand. We have to have an orchestra." And Fox was like, "No, we'll just do synthesis and da da da, like what everybody else is doing." And Seth's like, "No, you don't. No, fuck that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna drop an F-bomb. Fuck that." He's like, "I'll pay for it. But we're doing it." He wanted a full orchestra because that's what like the Next Generation had. That's what, you know, the original series had. So he wanted that feel of that Star Trek feel, like that ambiance, and that, because again with an orchestra you have either that ambiance when it was just in the background, but then you also have that gravitas when it needed to be, right? You can't, and this might be the musician in me, but you can't synthesize that, you know, and full orchestra being able to provide both that subtle atmosphere and then be able to build it and be able to put it into a big gravity. And on top of that, it's hard to synthesize the gravity while being able to level it, right? You can't do it. You got to have it live. So, but point is, Seth MacFarlane did an episode that kind of turned gender on its head. And again, this was absolute, pure Star Trek genius, if I may say so myself. Because everybody talks about, like, nowadays, like, oh, Star Trek sucks because it's so woke, and blah, 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 blah. Like, some of the old school Trekkies try to say this. I'm like, bro, have you not watched the original series? It literally was the most woke show on networking. I'll argue Star Trek invented freaking woke, so don't even talk about woke to me. But, point is, Orville, on one planet, everybody has to be male, or has to be a man. I can't remember why, but that was their view, is everybody had to be a man. If you were born a woman, you had to be converted into a man. Or you were put to death. I can't remember the whole premise. But point is, they made it kind of the opposite, where somebody was born a girl and they raised her as a man the whole time, but then obviously things are happening and they're trying to cover it up, and they are going to make her undergo a surgery to become a man. She's like, "But I don't want to be a man. I'm a girl." Like, you know? And then it comes out that one of them was born a girl, and they turned her into a man without their will. And oh my gosh, like, watching that, I was like, holy crap. Like, the way he encapsulated it, he addressed it in such, I mean, wow. It was genius, you know? And it just kind of encapsulated the whole gender argument in general. So again, that's my rant. Holy crap, I've already been talking for like an hour. I didn't realize I've been talking for an hour already without even playing this freaking game. I'm so sorry, everybody who's watching. I'll start playing now, I promise. But yeah, but point is, I play violin viola, so yes, I love the use of the orchestra. Yeah, love it. Love the orbital. But yeah, so point is, at the end of the day, I'm an anthropologist. I have a lot of opinions, and I guess this is the live stream where those opinions are going to come out. But back to the game, we'll do a quick recap. I've been speedrunning because E'oween, we'll look at my character sheet. E'oween Canton, who is the Eldritch Knight high half-elf soldier, is not the same one that I started with when I did my honor mode playthrough, because I, as an idiot, let the boat on the way to the forge into me. So I'm restarting, but I'm trying to go through as fast as possible. I'm slowing down obviously right now because I'm talking about anthropological stuff, like an anthropological idiot. Anyway, but yeah, it's, oh my gosh, it's just it's been a time, okay? It's been a time. It's been a time playing this game. But let's play it. Let's actually play the game now, okay? We're gonna actually play the game. I promise you. I promise you, it's happening. Let me take a little drink of my jungle juice that I've got here. It's been a day of drinking liquids and elixirs. I started with muscle milk this morning. Yar, muscle milk, the milk of muscle. So, the other thing you're going to have to deal with while we are playing this game is whenever dialogue options do come up, be warned, I will try to voice a character for my tab. So be ready for me just to randomly be reading as things are coming up.
Rare as can be. Dripping.
Dripping.
Well, unless
Gosh, I love this stuff.
you won't have any teeth to chew it with soon enough.
I do want to play. I want to get Karlach. That's definitely my goals very soon. I'm not going to play with her, but I need to get my... Oh my gosh. Here's the other thing. The last game. I had already said this previously in the live stream, but I got to romance Karlach. And she was all about it. And I was just...
I am enjoying our walks
I miss it
together.
already.
Aren't you?
I love Karlach. I've never had a game with like romance or anything like
Sure.
It's whatever. Like,
In silence.
I don't care. Games are games. This game, though, oh my gosh, Karlach. Anybody who cosplays Karlach is going to be in my heart forever. So anybody who finds, if by some reason you're not wearing your glasses and you find this attractive and you want to win this in any way, shape, or form, just come to Michigan in a Karlach cosplay and I will be yours forever. Just keep that in mind. Something to put that in your back pocket if you need it. All right, what am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? You know what? Let's go take on these mofos back here. I need to get a really long HDMI cable. That's my next thing I need to buy. Yeah, I'm going the right way. We're good. Wait, no. No, you know what? I'm just gonna start and break into this shiz. Like you did last time. I'm gonna take a little drinky of my Mountain Dew. I'm gonna try to play as long as I can tonight. We'll see how long I can last. If I could get to the point where I was at last time, that would be amazing. I was at the Underdark. And I want to get to the Underdark again. Jeez, did I mention I'm an aspiring voice actor who can't speak? Oh. I'd be a very short... That's fine, baby. You can be a short Karlach. I'm all good, soldier. So, Clem, you gotta tell me what you have for dinner.
Won't get that
You were saying you were going
openly.
out to dinner
Maybe there's
earlier.
another entrance.
No, there's not another entrance. I mean, there is, but I'm gonna try this anyway. And I'm gonna pass it because I got a Starian. Punk.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Oh, let's get some withers in our bones.
I was trying to concentrate.
Oh, shush, Astarian. You can concentrate on disarming this stuff. Yeah, I know it failed. It always does. None of my stuff is syncing with Larian.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, don't fail perception. Oh.
My faith protects me.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, excellent choice.
Why'd you forsake me?
Keep a blade close. Traps. How considerate.
No, no. Clem, I like you. I really do. Do not push me, okay? You do not miss the Underdark. Nobody misses the Underdark. The Underdark is an unforgiving wasteland that tries to tempt you with bright lights occasionally. Mention the Underdark. Oh, I'm so traumatized by the Underdark now. You were at your mom's? You had chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn. I mean, I'm down with that. I love me. So that's the one stereotypical thing I will award myself is I'm a potato fanatic because I am Irish. And I love me some mashed potatoes. But anyway, I digress as I drink Mountain Dew because I don't want to do more rolls. They scare me. Roll dice. Success. Of course, it's a star. Yeah. Now, if I could just know that this is a freaking trap, that'd be great. Oh.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Well, the worst thing is like I'm replaying the game. You know what I mean? So it's like I know where the traps are.
Be wary.
And I just want to disarm them. Like, wait, he identified the trap. What? What? Okay.
I've got a long road ahead.
No. No, the mountain pass is awful too. They're both awful. I keep saying Baldur's Gate 3, Act 1 and Act 3, best game of all time. Underdark and Act 2 can suck it. If there was a mod that would let me do honor mode while skipping the Underdark in Act 2, I would do it. In a heartbeat. Heartbeat. Like a bird. Sorry. It's I shouldn't have partaken before this. Yeah.
Looks like a trap there.
Careful.
I bite. Let's disarm that trap at least. Drow at heart. I mean, drows are sexy. There's that one drow that wants to bite a starry, and I'd be like, hell yeah, bite me up, bitch. You're kind of hot. Success. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open.
Traps. How considerate.
And then we're just okay. It's cool. Turn-based mode works for me. That's what I'm saying, though. The glowing mushrooms and all that are tempting.
Stayed interesting.
And that's my point. It's all just to tempt you into
What's
being
next, I wonder?
which is absolutely terrible. I'm turning her into a great weapon. I'm going to give her this Watcher's Guide. I mean, I need better armor for her, but that's okay. We're going to do it because I feel better about my life when I give her a javelin. Open sesame. I don't plan on what? Why would you think I would die? I have been through this Act 1 so many times. I have over 600 hours, and now my 4th freaking playthrough of Act 1 in honor mode. Oh, I'm trying to remember here. Okay. No, that's not the one I need to go through. Ah. Nope. Nope. I can't do the Underdark. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's do this better than I did last time, because last time did not go over too well because I forgot. I tried to pick one of these guys up.
No sign of a struggle.
I was gonna try to pick one of these guys up and take them out of the entire map, but that made them mad, and they all came to life, and then I had to fight them, and it was not fun. Let's take all their stuff. The coffin. It was my first death. Wait, what? Oh, no. Yeah, I already know it's coming. Like, if all my perceptions fail, I already know it's trapped. So I'm moving all my party, because worst case, if one dies, I'll just cast Scroll of Revivify and then short rest. It's all good. This early in the game, it's fine.
Jurgle? This must be ancient. No one worships the final scribe anymore.
Yeah, you ain't got shiz now, buds. Bring it. Oh, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do before I do that. I'm going to stage these people. I'm going to stage these mofos. All right, you're a fighter. You're going to take this guy on, right? Yeah, we're going to do that. All right. You're a cleric, right? So you're going to be hanging out right here. Gale, you're good.
One with the weave.
Yeah, you're one with the weave, but I'd like you over here in case I cast silence. We're just going to go right here.
Well, hello.
Well, hello to you, too. You're going to open the button and you're going to turn all these guys on, baby. Because you're a star and you turn everybody on.
That's curious.
Well, hello.
Oh, hell. Something just woke up.
Yeah, you missed my last live stream, I think, where I said that I would never do an Underdark campaign. Like, ever. Wait. Whoa, where's my dude? Oh, there he is. There's my dude.
Outmaneuver them.
Outmaneuver them. But I'm going to attack. Oh, shoot. I can barely see because the streaming is not going well right now for me. That's fine. Oh, shoot. I forgot to use my advantage. Oh, poo. That's okay.
Allow me to demonstrate.
I'll live with that. I'll live with the consequences of my actions. Just keep it with cantrips.
Well, so much for peace.
And you suck, so we're gonna pommel strike you. That's okay, you're immune to daze. I'm fine with that. Oh, heck yeah! Action surge. Bye-bye. Love that for me. I'm gonna go ahead and head up here now, bud. Bring it on, mofos. I feel confident in my life. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because I gave her a fun little weapon. I'm gonna try to push you. That's okay. I'll live with it. I'll live with it.
On I go.
Why do I have reduced movement by Ray of Frost? Who Ray of Frost me? How dare they? Yeah, it's just it's my thing. Like I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the Underdark. I have a lot of bad memories of the Underdark now. Okay, bud, you do not want to roll up on a Starhind right now. As I said. Like, that's a really bad move.
Over here.
I don't fancy their chances.
You know what? I'm gonna do this because I haven't done this yet. That'll work. I like that.
Time to push my luck again.
I'm gonna jump there. Hey, hey, bud. You did not just you. Oh, you just made me mad, bud. Oh, not enough movement. There's enough movement now, bitch. Hey. Bye-bye. Love that. I mean, you can do that. You're more than welcome.
Don't linger.
I'm fine with being silenced because I'm a Starian. Oh, I wasn't near somebody. No, you did not just miss.
In striking distance.
We're gonna cantrip this. I love it when they save. Like, concentration throw successful, but I'm dead. Like, how does that make sense? Love it.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment. Oh, not enough movement speed? I'll jump over here. Oh, you really? Okay. Woo, that computer.
Sorry, bones guarding dusty old trees.
That already went a heck of a lot better than the last one
Rising
did.
from the dead just to protect some dusty old balls.
Let's go hurt someone.
Oh, this whole speed run. I mean, it's not really a speed run because I don't know how to speed run things. This whole speed run's going
An
better.
effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Yep.
So, what a... Now, I have a question for... Cure, wilt thou answer my... So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
Each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for.
And thus, balance is achieved. If very we will see...
And there was the warning I gave you before that I will probably voice sometimes. All right, let's go take. Okay, I can pull this off. We'll do it. I'm gonna take these guys out over here. That's what it sounds like. Sneaky sneak. Now, if I recall, I can't get through this.
Hello, lock, no handle. How does it open?
Yeah. Okay, so that's not the door. Let's go. Trying to use my. I'm trying to do a combination of being quick and strategy. Because I need to get to the Underdark so I can get back to where I was at when I got wiped at the freaking boat. Tragedy. When the feeling's gone, it can't go on. It's tragedy.
A chained book. Oh, that's just.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
You know what? We're gonna have Gale.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
I mean, I feel like yeah.
As the lock opens, a loose page, what was once script, is now an obliterated
Let's
scroll.
examine it with
I have a
guidance.
sense these are names, a list.
I made the mistake
But
of
of what?
revealing
Gods.
that guidance was a cantrip.
These are the names of gods.
One of my
once
playthroughs, in
lost,
every
but now
playthroughs,
restored
one of my
after the
D&D
second
sessions, and
sundering.
every other freaking roll.
The
Guidance.
last three names in
Like,
this
damn it.
book sit
Eventually, I was like,
close
okay, so how do you
together,
cast
but are
that?
so devastated
Like,
by the scroll
you're not
as
close
to
to
be
them right now.
unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Snack time.
Is that
Great.
blood? No, never mind.
I like the inspiration.
Strange coin. I wonder what it's worth.
Oh, it's worth everything if you got Karlach, but we ain't gonna. I don't know. We might, because I'm in love with her. So. I like scrolls. They're worth good money.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Do. All right. Well. What did you do? Who can take a raindrop? I forget what I'm supposed to do here, so we're just gonna waypoint back out there. What exactly is? Nope. Yep. All right, let's go take these guys out, shall we? I'm going to go around here. Lizelle's over there, I think. So I might bother with her. Do. I know what you guys are. You're gonna go down. Gonna stick a story in on you, and you're gonna go around. Gonna destroy this guy. He hates his life. Goodbye. Surprise, biatch. How do you miss on a 91% with advantage? Bitch.
Don't want to think about where my eye is itching.
What do we got here? Where can I go? Can I make it? No. Okay, I was about to say, if I could make it, that'd be amazing. Worth it. Oh, what? Oh, I was in his line of sight. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Made a grave mistake.
I'm just amazed. All right, where is this? Oh, there she is. All right, let's work on taking this girl out because we do not want her. It did 1 damage.
Oh, let's get this over with.
That just did one. One damage. I mean, that's better.
Let's turn someone inside out. Time to move.
No choice but to keep going.
What should I do?
Ah, screw it. Why not? All right. I'll take it. Oh, is it worth it though? Yeah.
What now?
Are you serious? Yeah, you freaking jerk.
A rough tempest I will raise.
It's going to be Karlach again. That's who I'm romancing this time. Because last time I was romancing her, and I didn't expect to romance her. So I have to romance her again, because I am in love with her. So,
Can't afford to let up.
this is going to miss. We're going to do it anyway. One. Sweet.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Are you kidding me? We're going to play this game?
Need to stay focused.
We're going to play this game? Yeah?
On my way.
We won't play? Let's play. I'm not wasting any more of my spells. Fine. Go around the other way. It's fine. It's fine. I'm about to say, like, every attack is missing.
Time to get going. There's something underneath it.
Boom. Oops, I did it again. I looted your shoes. All right. Let's go in there and clear these guys out. I'm gonna go through the front door this time. F it.
Thank you, Gibblebuck. Everything all right out there?
Well, I'm gonna try deception. That shouldn't have worked.
Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there.
You about to die, bud.
Who the hell? You're dead!
No, I'm not. You are. Shadowheart was my first. Really? Want to play this game? Oh, now you made me mad. How did I miss 3 times in a row? Explain that to me. That was ridiculous. But yeah, Shadowheart was my first. My ex was surprised by how easily I was able to romance her. It's like, I just respected her boundaries. I don't know.
No more prayers. Only silence. Rest. The sunset can't come quickly enough.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
I bet that'll fit in my pack.
Yeah, it better fit in your pack because we needs it. We needs all this. Because it's honor mode. And we need everything we can get. I do love Shadowheart though. It's really hard because like both though Shadowheart and Karlach, I have a crush on both of them and their voice actors because they're both so beautiful. Oh wait, there's a lever. Ah, poo. Well, it is what it is. Are you serious? I'm gonna have to jump. It's annoying. Okay, well. Let's go on, we'll take an arrow here. Our first arrow, folks. Oh, poo. Almost. Almost got you. Almost got you, lady.
How'd you get past Andor? Back off! Hey, someone's in here.
These boots have seen everything.
I'm gonna do some fire. Yeah, we're gonna do some fire. Rain some fire on these people. Oh. Yeah, we'll do it there. That works. That's what I was going for. I'm down with that.
No gloom, all doom. Certainly.
Well, let's do Crown of Madness. Ooh, that'd be fun. Oh, it's outside of front of man. Oh, poo. That sucks. That'll work. I'll take it.
Go for the throat.
What's next, I wonder?
Oh, critical hit. Nice.
See this done.
I'm just trying to do that. Oh, that's not good. Trying to help you up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but all right.
Gone with the weave. With ease.
Of course.
Hells. I need to hold on.
You know what? Yeah. I think that'll work. Nice. I like some AoE. That was cool. Screw it. I'll take it.
Take two.
Let's play. Mistra Rill.
Mr. Will. Oh. Love that for me. Oh, that's what I meant to do, but that'll work, I guess.
Bleed for me. Take two.
Well, let's use another arrow, shall we? Okay. Don't like that.
Let's do it. A tale for the ages.
Oh boy.
Maybe I should... No, this is good.
Spider. Goodbye. Like, at this point, you should probably just give up. I mean, anybody else would, but, you know, whatever. Love it. Love that for me. Whew. Took everybody out. We're good.
You do not recognize the language on the plaque.
What's that?
Doesn't matter, because I rented everything. I don't think give me a red herring, I forget. Complaining right now? Like, we're gonna long rest soon, just chill. Okay? Go back, we'll sell some stuff. It's fine. Then we'll take a long rest, because y'all suck. Well, I got a couple long rests in me.
Do you have someone waiting for you in Baldur's Gate, Astarion? A sweetheart, perhaps?
Not one in particular.
How is it 10 o'clock already? That's crazy.
You must be eager to get back, then. Slimmer pickings out in this wilderness.
Soundtrack is so good.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Need anything else?
I need to sell you some
Of course.
stuff.
But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
I need to start adding the stuff to my wares. Yeah, we'll give that to Shadowheart. You know, early on, everything helps, right? We're gonna keep the water. Always keep the water. You never know. Always keep the grease.
Sylvanus be...
How delicious.
Oh, that's right. I'm starting over again. I was like, why? Where are his cool weapons? Like, oh, yeah, that's right. They're gone. Just had to start over again. Have we even gone? No, we're gone there. All right. Oh yeah, let's buy the.
Lost in thought.
No matter what, you still buy them if they're available. Supplies.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
I've got some money. We're good. Need a supply. Oh, wait. Sorry, my cat got in the way of the TV. Dried pork sausage? Heck yes. I'll take that too. And that. And that. Give me all the food. All right, long rest time.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You're already over here. Okay, cool. Look at all. Oh my gosh. So much blood.
We meet. I shall be here in my camp. There are many answers to that. Correct. No. Beyond. For a mere pittance. Most willingly, forsooth. Suspicion or should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, because it is my calling. A matter of coin. Such is life.
Cool. All right, done. Long rest. Oh, somebody capsule wants to speak to me. Who? I see nobody. Who wants to still speak? Is it Shadow Heart? What do you want to say to me, girl? What do you want to say to me, girl? What's up?
Something's wrong. I feel...
I always want to romance Shadow Heart, by the way. I never did say that, Clem, but I always want to romance her.
Darkness, protect me.
Something about her, you know?
It's difficult for me to talk about. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say, don't be sorry. Just tell me what you're hiding. Anne had advantage. Natural one with advantage. I don't know why I ever do this. I was about to try it, whatever.
Please. I know that. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it's positive. You can trust me on that.
All right, long rest it is. Ah. Okay. With that, though, I am going to take a quick short rest, actually. Give me about 10 minutes, so we'll be back at about 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And during that time, if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. That way you can be notified whenever I go live or whenever any of my new videos come out. And in between that and now, I'll be playing some music, but if you don't want to listen to music, maybe go check out some other stuff, like some of my other videos that I have, or check out the Destiny trailer by the same Larian Studios that made this game. If you haven't seen it yet, full advisory, it's pretty dark and pretty grisly, and oof. Whew. But it's great. So go over and check out the new Destiny trailer while we're gone. But until then, I'll be back in 10.
With our hands in the air, we'll be higher flying. Take a breath and we can let it out. Yeah, we'll never go back down. This is you, this is me, this is what we're made of. We won't have to make it all alone. I just wanted you to know. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side. Close your eyes, settle back, I'll be there to guide you. This is all it takes for us right now. I will make it through somehow. Without you, there's no me, only half a human. You are what I need to feel complete. Yeah, you're the best part of me. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side. By your side. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side. Bring it back. Bring it back, 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 back. They bring it back. They bring it back, they bring it back. Bring it back, they bring it back. Bring it back. Back, they bring it back. Bring it back. They bring it back. Bring it back, 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 back. They bring it back. They bring it back, they bring it back.
bring it back, they bring it back. Bring it back. Back, they bring it back. Bring it back. They bring it back.
perfect for me. Distance is not a problem. Life is open to us. Lovely girl, she is very different. Lovely girl, everything is changing. She look at me so kindly each and every day. She has the gift of making me.
All right. We're back. Let's play some more BG3. All right, we took our long rest. We get back at it. Let's do the overgrown ruins. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, wait, we don't want to be there. Let's see the map. Let's start going towards the goblin camp. See what we can come up with. Because why not, right? There we go. Turn myself up a little bit. So I can hear myself. Welcome to everybody watching. If you are watching, feel free to say hi in the chat. That way we can talk and have some fun while we play Digital D&D, also known as BG3. Yes, I rhyme.
Road to Baldur's
Sometimes I
Gate
do
is a
that all
long
the
one.
time.
Who knows how long it'll take these folks to get there on foot.
That. Right?
If they make it. They're slow, vulnerable. Half or more will die long before Basilisk Gate.
Doesn't seem to trouble you a jot.
What good would it do for me to be
Interesting.
troubled?
I still haven't
We
found
can't save them
what's
all.
his face, Raphael. Yeah, I was in Mosey Camp. Thank you.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
Take those bad boys to camp. Thank you. Thanks. That. And that. Thank you.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Who cares about something? It's dead. Let's go.
Oh, we're going to Starry. I'm very fully aware of what it is, though.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
E'oween would want this, right?
I want to talk to them. There we go.
This is it.
Have fun, guys. I'm not gonna I'm not doing it. Where's Scratch? Where's my bestest boy? There's my bestest boy. Hey, Scratch. I really hope I pass this. I'll be so sad if I don't. Okay, almost there.
The dog lowers his hat. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention. Around his neck is a collar, etched with a deep, heartbroken whine. The dog bows his head. The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog sniffs your hand. His
I love how he lets me loot his master. Like, really, dude? Oh well. All right, let's try going up. Up and around.
That's curious.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
The pig's dead, my friend. Staring. Come on. We'll never fix these brain worms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion we find.
The boar seems.
And is it dead enough for you?
A critical success.
It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. I didn't want to say anything, but don't worry. I'll keep...
That's different than the first playthrough.
Goblins. I can smell trouble ahead.
Moonhaven.
Yeah, well, we'll take care of them in a minute. Everybody, don't be shy. Say hi in the chat. Let's talk while I play.
Quiet. That's gonna pass.
Pick to fight. The consequences are.
Really now? Alright. That's worth a try.
Can't even catch my breath.
Are you... Of course.
Unleash me.
Well... Reason magic missile.
Torment.
How about this?
Worth it.
Another fight. Let's go.
Love that for me. Good turn.
Let me recite their demise. Knight to King 5.
Need to act fast. On my way.
Wow. That never works.
Don't waste a step.
Onward.
How? I still don't understand. Look, there's clear line of sight. Ridiculous.
That took the edge off.
Don't touch me.
Not touching. I'm just giving you some potion. Yeah, good enough.
No time to rest.
Okay. Oh, we're starting this shit.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talent.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please. Of course.
Okay.
Haven't seen that game in years.
Touching everything, huh?
I'll tell the gods what's what.
Yeah, do it. Thanks.
Don't get cute with me, you cabbage.
Goblins ahead.
Well, look what the rat dragged in.
I haven't seen this part in a while, so I'm gonna
I know
let this
something
play through.
Ragslin will want to hear.
Yeah? What's that?
I've been in some druid's grove. This one sprang me. Now move over so I can tell Ragslin myself.
Hold on. Where are the raiders?
Dead.
Yeah, I realized
Every
one. I
last
killed him.
one.
Ragslin's drow friend won't be happy to hear that.
She'll be happy enough when I tell her where them looters is holding up.
Hold on now. Is it true what Saz says? You helped her escape that grove?
Yes. I don't believe in keeping prisoners.
Then behave while you're inside. Our people don't mind it one bit.
That's enough out of you. Come on. Gotta let the drow know where them looters is. We'll be heroes.
Cool.
Big ghosts could guard the place themselves.
One more important thing to do up here. I would argue the most important thing to do up here.
Looking at a future true soul, you are. Tribe?
There we are.
Tribe!
Well, I don't know why, but I love it. All right. What do we want to give freaking Gale?
Can't call please from the bloody walls. More likely you gave them please, you filthy bugger.
You have my attention.
I can just give you Nature Snare.
Let's move.
What's on your mind? Apart from finding me.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
How is Nature Snare not a magical artifact?
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. Well, there.
Oh, shoot.
Quit moaning.
These big ghosts could guard the place themselves. Let us off the hook.
That's not what I wanted. I shouldn't have gone so quick.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
You know what? Hold on. Let's see if I can just get a wizard from...
Fate, dost thou require a new... Very well. Choose.
You know what? Do I want a wizard or a paladin? That Oath of Devotion, though. It's my only thing holding me back from that. They added more, didn't they? Paladin could be nice.
Trust no one.
We'll just go ahead and steal that money back.
It's a mild larceny. Bless the oblivious.
Never a dull moment.
Well, I lost nature's snare, but that's okay. Make this guy work, right? Blade singing, though. I haven't tried that. I'm not going to, though. All right. Nice knife. Witch bolt. Yes, it's a chromatic orb. Oh well.
Lines is boring.
All right. Did it. This way. Why not? What am I doing character-wise? 3 still. That's okay. Guys already.
Drop the act.
Lads, for the...
Drop the act. Just let her go.
Thank goodness.
Stop this. We won't ask it. Careful. Don't trust.
Hand over heart.
Enough. Where is she?
Bollocks. You were supposed... Some advice. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. It's our sister. Started sick. Next. None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast. Are you joking? But not a chance.
Yeah, it's fine. Not facing Ethel yet. Nope.
Chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Wow. Cool. Yeah, not going in there yet. No, thank you. It's a problem for another day. Hey, you know what? It's been a minute. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to head out for the night. Getting an alert. So I'm going to come back on tomorrow. I'll do a daytime stream and then a nighttime stream as well. But if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you can be notified when I do go live or when I have any videos come out. I've been trying to schedule my lives like a couple hours in advance. I'll post something up on YouTube so that way you can get alerted. But make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you can get alerted. But until tomorrow, thank you all so much for tuning in, and thanks for letting me give you some sound.